The reason why I brought up Fortnite though was because I wanted to hear you guys' thoughts on H1GHSKY. This young phenom, this incredible Fortnite player. He's a part of Faze clan. They did a phenomenal job bringing him out to the house in LA and just blew him up on all social media. His stream is doing incredibly well, but it stopped abruptly because we found out that H1GHSKY is in fact not actually 13. He's 12 years old. And according to the terms of service on Twitch, you have to be 13 to stream. Yep. So they shut down his channel. And did you guys see that?
Yep.
Yeah. Connor's already Connor's been banned for like 10 months from Twitch.
How old is Connor?
He's on his almost 12.
Oh, okay.
But he he got like Connor got like 600 something subs on Twitch after like 2 weeks, but then got banned. Yeah. But it's the same thing with H1GHSKY. I mean, I played with H1GHSKY. Kid's nicest kid in the world. Literally could not be more generous, couldn't be more kind. He's just one of those kids that like is a kid, but like has the mental capabilities of like a fully grown adult, and you're like, how the hell is this possible?
Oh, I know.
Literally. He's already started streaming on YouTube now. He had like 4,000 something viewers yesterday with his mom sitting in the background to follow like YouTube's terms of service.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I mean. Like, it sucks to see, and I'm not going to sit here and argue like they should have left him on the platform, because I think there's rules and regulations set in place to avoid bad situations, you know? And it's like, if you ever want to work around those rules, maybe try to do it in a more legal manner. For example, contacting Twitch, saying, what if we had a parent on the stream at all times? I actually think that they would have allowed something like that, because like you see younger kids on stream. So if it was more so like the adult or the parent owned the stream and then always streamed with the child, that would be fine. Like they could have literally done what they're doing on YouTube, but on Twitch, if they just hadn't lied.
Yeah.
It's a tough situation. I'm curious if 12-year-olds need to be on Twitch. I mean, like the gaming industry, so many people that watch Minecraft and watch Fortnite are really, really young kids. And one thing that I thought was actually really provocative, like of a thought, it had tons of retweets on Twitter. It's like, kids that are below the age of 13 don't need to be on the internet. Like, could you imagine a world where until you turn 13, you don't need to be on the internet? I mean, their innocence needs to be protected, because there's so much content out there that is so widely available on Twitter and on Instagram, and so many things that they don't need to be exposed to. And that's what's concerning for me. I don't know if I'm ever going to have kids, but I worry about that. And I think for me, just like the age of social media is such an interesting place. Like, I've been watching Friends on Netflix the last couple weeks.
You have been.
And some of the cutscenes that are like when they're hanging out in the living room. Imagine having friends over and nobody has phones. Like, what do? All you can do is interact with each other and hang out with each other and live in the moment.
Which is so healthy.
It's so healthy.
In comparison to what we actually do. But yeah, aside from just like worrying about protecting their innocence and what they could be exposed to, there's a lot of harassment that can possibly happen, especially if you're putting yourself out there and streaming. And also, like, if I'm citing things correctly, I'm pretty sure kids who start going on social media at a much younger age have a way higher tendency to develop things like depression or mental health issues, because they're on it so early. And I think the saddest part of that is that a lot of parents just don't know. They don't know, like, they're like, oh yeah, my kid has like some free time, let me just let him be on the phone or the iPad or this and that. But they don't know that once these kids start making Twitters, Tumblrs, Snapchats, whatever, their mind starts working in different ways.
Yeah.
Especially young girls. I remember I think it might have been a Joe Rogan podcast where he was talking to someone about this, and he just said like the rate of depression and suicidal tendencies and like self-harm tendencies in young girls has skyrocketed since the use of social media in general has skyrocketed. It's like, that kind of stuff is so sad. But yeah, it's true. I think like that's something that should be more widely known.
Yeah.
Like, keep your kids off the internet, or at least like monitor it heavily until they're a lot older.
That's like, it's weird to quote, but like that's literally like what the song Emotionless by Drake, like that one whole verse about like social media. And I've quoted it so many times of late, but like the idea that the city you're not in is the place to be, because like you look up and you see all these people partying and doing this together, and you're like, I wish I lived there. But then you get there and it's not all that. You know what it is? It's like life. The thing about social media is that you handpick, you know, moments and your best moments of exactly what goes up. I take 20 photos a day, but you better believe I post 1 or 2 photos a week to Instagram that I know is going to perform well, that I look good in, or that has something other of a significant meaning, you know? And it's like, I understand that as my job, but I know now after a decade plus of doing this. Like, I think my Facebook account just turned like 11 years old or 12 years old now. And it's like crazy
That's
to
wild.
think.
Yeah.
And then I had MySpace before that. I remember getting yelled at by my mom and dad because my Aunt Leslie found out that I had my face on a MySpace account when I was like 12.
What was your top song?
Oh God, it was something with 50 Cent.
Many men.
Oh, it's
Take
for
it
real.
to the king.
I was like this.
Shout, "Hey, hey."
What am I talking? I can't see.
I'm trying.
I'm like shaped like a bowling ball, like literally.
I don't think I'm gonna let if I ever have kids, I don't think I'm gonna let them on the internet until they're like 13 years old. Right? If I do, I'm obviously tech savvy, so I'll get a router where like so many websites are restricted, and they're gonna hate me and resent me, and then they're gonna understand. Because we were the I really think like our age group, we were probably like the last generation to. I mean, I didn't get a phone until I was 16 years old. I mean, a lot of kids at my school had phones at some point. They had like the Razor flip phones, and what was that phone? The
It was literally
Sidekick.
called the Razor.
The Sidekick.
That's why you're not remembering it.
Yeah, it's just called the Razor. But
Motorola Razor.
we grew up without phones, and I'm so thankful for that. Even now, like I wish I didn't have my phone, but it's a topic that you can talk about for ages, and I don't want to spend too much time on it.
I like look at my screen time per week and like throw up in my mouth.
Yeah, I think I average like 6 hours a day, and that's just abysmal.